Hello and welcome back to Explore Your Dark Side. I have another book recommendation for you, and today it's you can see that Dr. Brene Brown's The Gift of Imperfection. I must say I love Dr. Brene Brown and her message. For everyone who haven't yet got in touch with her work, she has done an incredible TED Talk, and she is a shame researcher. So she's basically an ambassador to live a wholehearted life, to live your emotions, because she says you can't just numb one emotion. So if you, for example, try to numb shame, you will also miss out on all the good stuff. And her book, The Gift of Imperfection, is the subtitle is Your Guide to a Wholehearted Life. And I just very much enjoy her style. So she's, as I said, a researcher, but she's also somewhat of a storyteller. So she has this gift of telling stories in a very in a way where you feel like, yeah, she could be a close friend to you. So she doesn't really have an attitude when she's telling a story. She she comes across like a very warm person who is also sharing her own story. So she somewhat gets vulnerable, and the message behind this is just incredibly beautiful. It's about how to deal with shame, how you can't get rid of it, so how can you deal with it and somewhat get a shame resilience to get in touch with what triggers shame for you. Also to be vulnerable and how we can come across it. So basically, when the moment we share emotions, our stories, that we then can just connect with others on a more deeper level. So the moment we open up, where we are truly ourselves, this is the moment where real connection, where we allow it to happen. And I must say, this book is for me definitely an absolute recommendation for everyone who's currently on the journey of finding themselves, of personal development, of becoming the better version of themselves, who might have also struggled in the past with their own story, with their own experiences, who might have actually started the journey also with exploring your dark side and going to all the places that you might have just somewhat tried to ignore for your whole life. As I said, Brene Brown, if you don't know her, I can only highly, highly, highly recommend you to go to Google or like YouTube or TED and Google her TED Talk. Google Dr. Brene Brown TED Talk, and she has, I think by now there are two up, and both of them are highly, highly recommendable. Also, she has, with this book, there's a whole web page about there's like some information, there is some scripts, there's some exercises you can do. So even if you have, as I do, the book as an audio version where you can't really highlight or textbook or whatever some certain parts, you can also go back and review all the information and downloadables that she has put on the webpage. So for me, this is a really good guide, and I think it's around the whole topic of wholehearted living, about shame, vulnerability, true compassion and connection. I think this is for me the go-to book. So I think she's like the leading shame researcher, and also leading this area. She has done loads and loads and loads of work in this area, and she truly tells from experience. But what I also really like is that she's also having data to back it up with. So I'm a massive fan of data. I love data. I'm a bit of a geek, I think. But yeah, I totally love if someone not just says something because they think, oh yeah, this is what I experienced, because obviously we all experience things differently from our own perspective. We have all our own journeys, etc. So I really like if someone can back up things with data and has done some proper research around the topic. So I highly, highly recommend the book from Dr. Brene Brown's and The Gift of Imperfection. So there will be also some more books to come from her. And if you have read any of her books or have seen the TED Talk, please let me know what you think and what work you've come across that you enjoyed very much. Thank you very much for your time and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.